They follow its glow. They align themselves with its direction. To where they are. You are always called to rise, to stand, to shine, to move beyond what refuses to elevate with you. They will try to reach for you, stretching their hands toward the place they last saw you, but what they do not understand is easy to reach, familiar, contained in a pot, once it's meant for a forest. And so you broke through, not out of rebellion, not out of anger, but because life demanded more of you. Some people wanted you to remain where you were, easy to reach, familiar, contained. But you were not meant to stay small. You were made to take up space, to rise toward the heavens, to expand into the fullness of your divine design. You are like a lighthouse standing tall on the cliffs, guiding ships through the storm. Some see the light. They follow its glow. They align themselves with its direction. But others, they drift aimlessly, expecting the lighthouse to come down to their level, to move with their tides, to navigate their chaos. But a lighthouse does not chase lost ships. It stands firm, unshaken, unmovable, shining only for those who are ready to follow the path. You were never meant to shrink yourself, never meant to come down to where they are. You were always called to rise, to stand, to shine, to move beyond what refuses to elevate with you. They will try to reach for you, stretching their hands toward the place they last saw you, but what they do not understand is that you are no longer where they left you. You have stepped into a new frequency, a different realm of being, where their hands can no longer grasp you, where their voices no longer carry weight. They see your absence as loss, but you see it as fulfillment. They call it abandonment, but you call it ascension. They mourn what was, while you embrace what is. To them, it feels like a missing piece, an unfinished story, a chapter left unwritten. But to you, it is completion, the divine closing of a door, the sacred unfolding of what was always meant to come next. You are like a candle that was never meant to stay in one place. Some people want to keep you on their table, in their room, where your light is small and manageable, where they can control how much of you shines, where they can decide when to blow you out. But you were never called to be confined to one corner. You were called to be a wildfire, to illuminate the whole landscape, to set everything around you ablaze with the fire of transformation. They wanted you to remain small, but the fire inside you could not be contained. And when you burned beyond the limits they placed on you, they called it destruction. But you called it destiny. They do not realize that your departure was not an act of rejection. It was an act of alignment. A seed does not resist when it is time to break open. The caterpillar does not apologize when it becomes a butterfly. The breaking, the stretching, the transformation, it is all part of the divine unfolding. You were never meant to remain in the same soil forever. A tree does not hesitate when its roots push deeper, nor does it shrink itself so that others can still reach its branches. Growth does not wait for permission. Evolution does not ask for approval. And you are not bound by those who refuse to move. You are like the morning sun. No matter how much the night tries to hold on, no matter how much darkness wishes to remain, the sun rises anyway. It does not seek permission. It does not ask if it is the right time. It does not wait for those who prefer the shadows to be ready. It simply steps into its divine assignment, illuminating everything in its path. And just like that sun, you were never meant to remain in one place, never meant to be hidden, never meant to stay within the grasp of those who refuse to grow. Your light was meant to break boundaries, to shine beyond the limits others tried to place on you. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks and praise. May that for share that information only because it was necessary. Again, we're just there with a different kind of presentation. Not for the faint of heart and not for the passive. Definitely not for the coward. Only for the bold and brave, the firm and the strong. Now, what's the corporate boss? CEO. Yeah. Donald J. Trump. Judgment. Yeah, man. Foreigner Donald Trump. Now, a basic look at him information, which is I'm on a slave trader Donald Trump is of German and Scottish descent, a foreign invader and a settler that became a colonist in the Western territory known as America. In 2023, Donald John Trump was held liable in civil cases for sexual abuse, defamation, and business fraud. And in 2024, he was found guilty of falsifying business records, making him the first United States president convicted of a felony. So the president right now in the United States Corporation, I'm a CEO of your corporation, is a convicted felon. So they are them have to ease up on the ones them out there where make errors and clean up themselves. He was sentenced to a penalty-free discharge. When you hear that? The colonist was sentenced to a penalty-free discharge, and 2 other felony indictments against him were dismissed after he won the 2024 presidential election against Kamala Harris. Donald John Trump was born on June 14, 1946 at Jamaica Hospital in the New York City borough of Queens. I'm born in Queens, Jamaica. The 4th child of Fred Trump and Marianne MacLeod Trump. Again, Donald Trump is of German and Scottish descent, a foreigner that invaded and colonized the Western territory known as America. So that's that information them bring forward for my people where I go crazy over them colonizing master. Donald Trump is a CEO only for the United States of America Corporation. So he govern everybody we associate with that. And I'm share enough information to express what you know, there is a distinction. Because them coming out of the Western territory and create them country. And from them country, them create them state. But them start with them colonies. Yeah, them first coming in with them council of Britain and bring a second council up there on the northern region of America, that's up, where them call it New England. And from there, them organize themselves, structure themselves in their own confederacy and create them system that is now in place. And this system is called colonization, meaning sophisticated enslavement, my people. So them thing have clarity. And this kind of clarity will go unnoticed. Right now, me I look for my thing and nobody not really step in for hear what go on yet. But again, we are present them kind of clarity of say Donald Trump as a corporate boss represent the executive branch of the United States corporate government. And as such, all light of business. Why was a slave trader? Because you have the birth certificate that is being exchanged on the stock market, and that birth certificate is a male, and that male is adhesively, either say contracted to you without you being knowing. Put it that way. It's attached to you without you knowing it and being administrated accordingly. So it's when you become cognizant, then you create the separation of entity. And then you choose to renounce, because by renouncing, this is when you create the separation of entity officially. Once you can show documentation of such and it's recorded somewhere. You're not going to just say, hey, I renounce it, and you write it on a paper and you keep it inside of your office. That not work. Yeah, you have to effect the public record, the probate court. Yeah, the county records office. Put it that way. God, them county administrate all of their business from that location. Yeah, so when I say court clerk, it's actually county clerk. But again, step by step, people. Anyway, that was basically the information me I bring awareness, irrespective of where the Babylonian people, the colonial people are do out there in the public. It not apply to West Indian. Them not have no jurisdiction in the Western territory unless you are choose to give it to them. You understand? And then you know you can be anything outside of West Indian or American Indian and make this kind of claim, irrespective of what ones are say out there. And anytime you attach to the foreign colonizing entity, to that foreign corporation in any capacity, what me I say cannot apply to you. Why? Because you're foreign control. It's simple. Once you get any aid where you can't express, you know what I mean, as your inheritance, then you're foreign control, whether you believe it or not. So again, it's all information share. It's never about, the popularity where everybody achieves. It's about the clarity. But truth around here will be scarce because of the distraction. Yeah, man. And the distractions are there intentionally to make sure you acquire this kind of information. And not just acquire this kind of information, get sucked into now foreign control organization. Because I tell you, these people, if they're not credible, where you go with them. And most of the people who create all different kind of organization are clueless about this level. And when them create them organization from that time till now, it was a government controlled organization because of its structure. Remember, anything we register to the foreign entity is governed and controlled and regulated by said foreign entity, just by the registration, which is contractual. Them thing here, honorable clarification. Honorable clarification. And again, it's a step-by-step process, but just like the information that I shared just now when it was the chosen one, them, you can't expect one's fair ascend or ones who apply themselves and improve and evolve to stay at the same base level where most choose to find comfort. A lot of people find comfort at the base level. Them rather look here and that's it. Them learn and that's it. When them for act, it's something else. I remember probably 5 years ago when me I tell people say, you have to renounce it. You have to effect the public record. Put this kind of information on the public record so it is recorded. And then you get what is known as a copy of what you place on that record with your original. Now that copy will become a certificate of fact once you go through the proper procedure. And that document, which is a certificate of fact, is unrebuttable in any corporate court, any one of these statutory locations, whether it's Article 3 or whatever. And this kind of information or anciency, it not have nothing to do with me I try create a group to separate from anything at all. It have everything to do with the individual man and woman reclaiming or claiming their birthright, their hereditament, and their inheritance. That's what it is about, freedom. But most people, because of the colonization, probably 10 years from now before them get this kind of information and clarity when I bring. 10 years from now. God, I'm going to have to go through all different kind of processes. Now, that would be unfair for one such as I to sit around waiting on those folks. Impossible. No different from I would be here sitting around waiting on people who will say, yo, this is what we have done. So when you want to associate and be a part of us, this is the requirement. This is what you have to do. Why? Because we are talking about freedom. We are entertain freedom. We are advocate for freedom. So you won't be enslaved over there and come over here and I say, hey, I am free. No. You have to remove those shackles that burden from you. And I express to people in many different ways that the citizenship that is there is the enslavement. When you renunciate that citizenship, then you're now free. That's one aspect of it. And then you continue to step and learn and move as a free man. You understand? This is clarity. Listen, you can't go to prison for that. You're not breaking any laws for that. In fact, now you become lawful. Why? Because you're not no longer under the jurisdiction of the legal statutes that's apply only to legal entities, my people. Clarity. Remember, Babylon expressed to you what law is. Babylon give you legal standards and call it law, which is not a problem because it's only their corporate bylaws. No different from any corporation or company creating policies for its members or employers. Any corporation, and from the employer, it applies to the employees, my people. So them thing have clarity for most of the ones I'm out there where I make presumption that they're woke or they're learned. How can you be when you lack this side of the information, this side of the clarity? How can you be? And most of them out there teach when they're not qualified to even speak. It's because people not try getting other people business per se to expose a lot of honor, but a lot of honor need exposing. A lot of some honor only date white women, but honor advocates honor Indian or honor black. There is never in history has there been a white Indian. Indian represent what you're looking at. Me, my people. That's what it represents. That's why when you write Indian in the computer out there, you'll never get it in all lowercase. And it has a grammatically correct. Never. This is a power. So when them say man, we say Indian. Now we're going to be specific, we say West Indian. Now you want to be really specific. We're going to say we are our Indian. And where we're located, Western Territory, specifically Jamaica or Jamaica, or the corporate colonized people will call it Jamaica. For I and I people, yeah, the set apart ones, we say Jamaica. You hear how we talk? You hear our grammar? Jamaica. Yeah, everything. That's how we break it down. Yeah, man. Ah, ba, ga, da, la, ma, na, sha, wa. Just like that. And when we speak, that's how we speak. And them call it broken English, but we call it Indish. This is why we claim near genuine. You have to evolve. You have to evolve, but you have to apply yourself to evolve. You're not going to get there or watch YouTube and things because this guy I saw YouTube said this thing, then it applied to you. How can it? When you recondition yourself, how can it? Transition come with change, and change come with removing yourself from what was and improve to become. It's amazing more time you see ones and ones 5 years ago. Them in a state of condition, and when you see them now 5 years after, the state of condition seem chaotic. And you ask the question, what happened? What's going on? Or just life decision. Because people have to live them lives, so people are going to make decisions accordingly when they not have enough knowledge. I would say when you apply yourself, you will get knowledge where you can make informed decision. This is why I share with most of the warrior them we are role. I say, watch you know, one of the most important thing is to attain the knowledge. It's not fair to no kind of application or nothing when you don't know what's going on or you don't know what to do. You only rely on someone else's direction. But when you apply yourself and attain the knowledge, you can create your own path. You can use a machete, your own machete. You don't even have to borrow mine once you have knowledge. So you have to apply yourself to get knowledge. And that is the advice we give to every warrior out there. Before you jump into the war, brethren, gain the knowledge for your war. Go on so you can know how to navigate and at least stand a chance. So it go out there, you know. Yeah, man. But just like how our advocacy of freedom, I think yes, are the only place where have such an advocacy. Absolutely, no other platform not really has a freedom. Them we talk all different kind of things. And I'm always like a salute. We're American Indians, we're West Indians. Yeah, they are true Americans. We're going to salute those people. But yeah, them have to look and I lean towards separating from Donald Trump and anything we have to offer. And if Donald Trump come out of power and the next demonic Democrat go in there, then at the very same thing, it have nothing to do with us as Indian. As American Indian, as West Indian American, it have nothing to do with us. I share enough information to make it clear where all our Babylonian people, these invaders, these foreign invaders, that do can only apply to the people that they enslave. And those include all of those foreign vagabonds that they brought over from the Eastern Hemisphere and the northern region of the Eastern Hemisphere. And then clarity lit fire in the earth, in the Babylonians. That's why the algorithm now got so much for my thing. And then because the people them colonized, passive, docile, and cowards, when they hear me speak like this, then then they ever want a body sister them view my platform. This is why I'm not get comments. Because man, no want the next man or them Babylonian foreign masters say, yo, are them great king that y'all listen to. You understand? This is why I said many of the platforms, then especially here on the island, them can't mention I, them can't highlight I. The only two platforms that did, well, I think a three platform, the brethren name Wayne over there, so I have to remember Wayne TV, Wayne Production TV, and Jaboni platform, and the Warrior King platform, Warwick Hill platform, True Island Story. Are those them three platforms that ever mentioned this platform specifically, literally. Yeah, and then people are different kind of people. Even when Warwick was an ex-police, you can see a different breed of warrior that. You understand? True Island Story me I talk about warrior. I don't know, I can't remember them. Correct. You know, monikers out there. But yeah, a different breed of people, and that's why they express themselves so much. But here on the island, listen to me carefully now. Absolutely no blogger locally can mention our Indian nation platform on their platform without facing repercussion. And then you ask yourself, why is that? Ask yourself now, why is that? Because there are foreign control entities out there. Yeah, man. Anyone we are going to highlight around here, so are the ones that were probably in the system but radical. And we don't have too much of those. We don't have too much of those. Most of the blogger when me I look on and probably we are getting information from a control people and government people in all different capacity, including Serpi, including my view, including on the spot media. All them ones they are government control people. And that now gonna take nothing away from the information whatever I bring. All me I say is this. If them attack on behalf of police and never read the police oath of allegiance publicly on their platform, they are disingenuous. Literally, me I challenge them. I've been challenging them. Any one of these bloggers on the locally on this island where advocate for a police state, if they can read the police oath of allegiance just like how I read it, and even the politicians' oath of allegiance publicly on them platform and express what it is, then we can give them credibility and credit and say yes or not step. But outside of that, a government agent, all of them, and watch me now, if I'm lying, prove it. If them on a police actively, them just retire or them are ex-police. If them mother up on a police, then daddy a police or them, you know what I mean? And nothing wrong with that. When me I says this, then where's the law? All on our deal with a compliance, on our enforce compliance to policy. Some corporate policy will benefit foreign people, it doesn't benefit us as a people. Period. This is why we reject it and we're gonna resist it. And we now come like a church. We're gonna resist it violently. When I don't like that part of it. I don't want to stay submissive. Now go on. Not when we have this truth. We are say F off and leave we alone and leave us and our property. Yeah, if you don't want to do what we not do, that's fine, but it not apply to it. Don't impose it on me. And this kind of clarity. So me I say corporate boss, CEO, foreigner, Donald Trump. Nothing where you do apply to me, because you don't even know me. You understand? You're a colonizer. You're a slave trader. You and Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the whole Africanus. That whole African. Them, they are the true African, but one don't know it. And now two different sections of these foreign people are united. Elon Musk on one side, Trump is another side, and then them have the Spanish kind where they're out there. And don't feel like it's a black and white thing. No. No. You have the people that will carry those kind of spirit will look like us, who are not Indian. And then you have the Indian them will sell out. Will know the truth, but it not profiting to talk the truth. So what them do? Them sell the lie. That's why UN would have spread out a lot of money here on the island and all kind of cross-dressing sodomite so them run out the closet. Over in the Maroon Town area, them invite a whole bunch of gay African from Ghana and Nigeria and all kind of different locations, specifically West Africa. Them can't play with the South African. The South African are different breed of people. Different breed. The Bantu are different breed from the one that spoiled from the people that invade that area from up north. I don't have this kind of clarity. That's why I can, carry and conduct myself the way I do. I want to talk a lot of nonsense out there, so I see the big elephant, which is the foreign Congress, and you mainlanders do not challenge that sodomite, that principality, which I choose to enslave you openly, or perpetuate public slavery by their own foreign legal standards, and all I don't accept it. And I'm gonna say I people, the West Indians will roll with me, we burn it. We don't have no authority, foreign colonizer, foreign invading colonizer. You have no authority here. And the colonists you put in place, them can't talk to it. And then thing your law. This is why the laws are in place to restrict these crazy people. Because they are crazy when they choose to enslave other people. These people are psychopaths. Because we are not like that. Not like that. Always telling them we are the noble people. But we as a noble people has been spoiled intentionally, purposefully, spoiled. So, it's up to us. It's incumbent on us to apply ourselves so we can attain accurate knowledge. Yeah, and become better. Always arise, not stay stagnant or drifting like most of you people. You drift from here to there, all over the place, searching for what, looking for what. Nothing at all. You're just lost out there. Totally lost at sea. Yeah, man. And Babylon come and put you inside of their citizenship and carry you all over the place. Yeah, man. Anyway, stay bold and brave out there, Stay firm and strong. Information share. They are them can run behind these colonizers if they are them choose. We as West Indian, we know ourselves. Yeah, we choose not to. Yeah, we choose to reject them. We choose to ignore them. We choose to stay away from them only because we're separate and apart from them. Not saying we can't live harmonious enough. I say we don't want the slavery. We don't want nobody else to them a govern or a control. You govern and control your parents. You govern and control your offspring. You govern and control your sibling. We don't want a stranger to talk to it. You get to know her first. That's all it is. And again, as I man said, we have people out here like the brethren when we did share him information. We are talking about him at Taino and there with some white girl at Switzerland. A lot of way, yard man them is the very same way. Get caught up with some foreign people and have to live with a dog in them bed. But them want to come out and assert themselves and talk to all a man such as I. Like them can match up or, you know, man and them a size. It's not so. This is why I say now for qualify before they can come over this side. They can be a colonized slave unknowingly and think that you are somebody. No, you're a slave. Free yourself first. And that we are dealing with. We're not talking about no ancestry. We're not talking about no genealogy. We're not talking about no Christianity. We're not talking about no religiosity. We are talking about freedom. That's it. And where you think that consists, it means every single thing. Freedom. Some asses out there being distracted with this colonial nonsense. Why are you not advocating for freedom? If you're not advocating for freedom, Donald Trump would have attacked a different tune over there. You are the majority. Are you unaware? You are the majority. You are the owner of the land. You are what is known as a proprietor. But then remove it from you because you're not interested in applying yourself. You'd rather group up with some other sodomite that's getting a paycheck from the very colonizers. You need to extricate yourself from this our problem. We have people around there. I tell people so them are Indian, and as Indian, because when you say Indian, it means you're free. That's all it is. When you say you're West Indian, it's synonymous with saying, hey, sodomite, I'm a free man, don't fuck with me. That's what West Indian mean. It's simple. It means you're free. When you say, hey, I'm a West Indian, police, they say, oh, I'm a maroon, I'm a Rasta, no, I'm a West Indian. That means, yeah, I'm associate with the Nestorian king, and the Nestorian king free. And the Nestorian king secure his people. So right that's when you tell a Babylon, hey, you're West Indian, then you have to prove it. We don't want a criminal or drawing off for them criminality. You have to prove it. How you prove it? Oh, Babylon just take up the phone and call me. I'm going to call this office. And so you know, some of them on the road and I interact with this man, I saw this woman claiming to be West Indian. Them show me documentation, but I know some need verification. And I hear office me can get it from. And I will ask, who is it? Go on my computer and look if them in my thing. And when them in my thing, I say, yeah man, I'm my people. When they are not, I say, arrest them, come I can bring charges against them, added to whatever charge I bring to them. Simple. And again, we have to protect our freedom. We have to secure our freedom. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We have to protect it. We have to secure it. We have to preserve it. We have to maintain it. We have to retain that. Our freedom, that is. Freedom. Free dominion. Free domain. And that's all it is. None of us sissy mess on about that. A lot of them I get rich, you know, I do nonsense. You have some other silly folks that I tell people, oh, use this ID and you become tax exempt. Sodomite, don't you know that is recorded somewhere? Sodomite, don't you know the federal government is a location where they are so patient only because they know them lay them trap. And because them have so much people to deal with. Them not gonna come around to you till 2 or 3 years from now when you totally forget. all of the nonsense that you have done. You have people that tell people, say, hey, ticket not apply to me when them have driver's license, but they must sell you that nonsense. Hey, me get a ticket and me just put some paperwork in the court and that's it. No, I ain't a show up a court. That means there's a warrant out there for you. I guarantee you can't go back in that town or that county. And then kind of truth to the people and not have, because these people who now mingle with are disingenuous. Enough of them are criminal too. If them have to be on the run, that means them are run from some responsibility. I no run. When Babylon says someone's for court, I say, you sure of me you want to call in their court? And them say, yeah, I'm just going to go mash it up, burn it down, tear down them court. Literally. I'm not done with them yet. They know I'm not done with them yet. I just prepare myself to go around there, go get the ashes and throw acid on the ashes and carry it, go decimate it, bury it somewhere. That's what we're going to do with them court system. Right? Fallacious. And the people who operate them court system, especially and specifically on this island, all when them there in some country bush, I'm quite sure them know of I. I'm quite sure. This is the man who removed the authority and jurisdiction from the colonial courts. Period. And every other man can do the same. Joel Jaguar done it. Yeah, and just could move the court in other direction, but for no, so them can't really gain authority or control over him as a man. Impossible. Them thing here where them keep secret from him. Now, I say, as I share what them said, Donald Trump get charged and then dismiss the case. But you say, if them dismiss the case without prejudice, them are going to charge him again if him come out of office. But if them dismiss Donald Trump case with prejudice, them can't bring it again. This is why when we go in a court, we not take a dismiss without prejudice from these sodomites for them come back later and I keep repeating the same thing for make a lot of money behind the scenes. And I know when you bring that nice, beautiful claim and expose them, that's when changes will make. But again, step by step out the people. So don't be fooled. Don't be caught up with the public nonsense out there with these foreign people. You know, notice that when you hear Congress and all these nonsense are going, you see anybody look like us outside of them being a proper public servant? No. You see anybody looking like us sit on top of anything around there? No. And we have to create that for ourselves. So we don't want to depend on them for subsistence. We say let them keep what them have, we keep what we have, and we're going to discover that in a for them foreign location, them always a suffer. And everything what them have in them location derived from us. Yeah, the original nations, them and their people. This is why you say we suffer, their ghetto, their crime, everything were problematic. Low health care in our land, while we have the natural resource we have to deal with, our government ship it to them foreign signatories or them foreign masters, while we are supposed to be enslaved. No more. No more. Just like light dispel darkness. No different. Just like light dispel darkness. That's a truth. I deal with this area now. The truth dispel all of them lie. And truth mash up them deception. Truth do that. Truth no need no defense. And truth no need arguing. Truth does present itself just like light. And darkness disappear. Disappear. Anyway, up in my 45-minute mark. And as a quick pass through, should have be a little 10-minute thing. However, you know me, as a man love for talk. Yeah, man. I play with it, man. What is this? Award. I wonder if I can share a little bit of this. Probably next time. Yeah, probably them give me all kind of strike for this thing, so I can't even present it out there. Anyway, complete gratitude, free people. Yeah, the brave may fall but never yield, and we say bold and brave, firm and strong. Salute our work Indian nation. Yeah, the West Indians. Yeah, salute out there.